What's up, everybody? It's New Comic Book Day. Buckle up, join the ride. Let's talk about some of today's new books. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We are much later than we normally run today. That's okay. We've got an excellent stack of reads. It is New Comic Book Day. Hope everybody had a great day coming to an end. Hopefully you guys got all the reads that you were looking for and all those covers you're looking to collect and all those sweet, sweet books to invest in if you're that kind of an investor. Man, let's get pumped. Let's get amped. Who's in the house tonight? Who's hanging out? Let's see who we got here. Come on, Mama was tailgating earlier. What's good, my friend? Good to see you. So happy to see you on tonight. Perry Comics, peeping Perry's people in the Peepers chat and something like that. I'm getting there, Perry. Figure it out on the fly. Paul Dunn, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. It is nighttime, and it is the right time for New Comic Book Day. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm a little tired. I'm a little worn out, but I am stoked to sit down and spend some time reading some books today, and there are some excellent books out this week. Wait, maybe? So we'll keep it to 30 minutes or less. We'll be over there. Nick Webbs, 76. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for joining us. Justin, what's up, Mandy? What's up, Mandy? I told you guys I was tired. What's up, Andy? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Comic fam, come on, Mama. There she is. How you doing? Happy New Comic Book Day. Absolutely. We'll get into this in just a second. William Smallwood, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. I don't know about you guys. It's been a long day. It's been a crazy day. Coming at you way late tonight, but it is still New Comic Book Day, so don't fret. Let's jump into these books. No DC books again. Haven't been picking up DC. Not planning on it. There's some good stuff out there. It's just I'm tempering what I can take on every week. Feeling pretty comfortable with what we've got here. And because I forgot it last week, it was in there and I forgot to go grab it this past weekend. Venom 34 is there on the reading pile so I can sit down and read last week's King in Black stuff. Yeah, was it a big week? This was a medium week for me. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I could see it being a big week for a lot of people. Venom 34 hits the reading pile for later tonight so that I can get onto that King in Black and Planet of the Symbiotes from last week. Because like I said, I walked right past it and didn't even think about it. Zuni, little fist bump action for Wednesday. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. We're just getting into these books. Like I said, no DC books, but we've got some Marvel books. Like I said, Venom 34 hitting the reading pile because I missed it last week. Now I can sit down and read the rest of those books from last week. Next up, Bounty Hunters number 11. I can't wait to get into this series and read this right now. Glorious Wife is reading it, and she's digging it. And she says it's really good. So I'm looking forward to getting caught up on this at some point. All in a day's time, all in a day's work. Dale Suspense, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. What is up? Thanks for being here. Geek Out with Roscoe. Thanks for being here, man. You guys haven't missed much. No DC books this week. Those are the first two Marvel books. Venom 34 for last week. Bounty Hunters 11. Love that boss cover. Really, like I said, I'm really looking forward to getting into reading that. Thor issue 14 was out today. Boy, did this end not like I was expecting this issue to end. Prey finale. It was pretty good. Pretty good. If you're digging that Thor run, this was good. Moving right along. The most underrated series, ongoing series out there is still Daredevil. Daredevil number 29 was a fantastic read this week. I cannot wait. This is a page turner, man. I cannot wait to get issue 30 next month. I just can't wait to see where they take this, man. Zdarsky's doing great things. The artwork has been phenomenal. I'm just loving Daredevil. I can't thank Brian from Simpleman's Comics enough about pushing me to get on this series 2 years ago. Man. Fun read. And that's it for Marvel. I'm moving on to IDW, and Jenica is hitting the reading pile again. I have not read any of the Jenica stuff, but I'm still picking it up so that I can sit down and breeze right through this. That hits the pile right there. Next up from Mad Cave, got Honor and Curse number 10. I've been enjoying this series. It's one of those ones where it's kind of I don't want to say it's like a guilty pleasure, but when it comes out, I like adding it to the stack. And it's just when I get to it, I get to it. And it's fun and it's enjoyable. Wondering where they're going to take this and how far they're going to go with it. We will see. Next up, Aftershock Comics. This was a sleeper hit for me. I saw it in previews and I was like, okay, this looks pretty good. Let me add this to the pull list. Let me see where this goes. This ended up being my pick of the week for a read, even though I've got another book that I was really, really anticipating. Phantom on the Scan was phantomtastic. This was Colin Bunn from Aftershock. This is the premise of the story. Let me get into this really quick. Phantom on the Scan. 20 years ago, a comet fell to Earth. Since then, Matthew has been haunted by a spirit that gives him incredible psychic abilities, but these abilities come with a price, and payment is due. Every time Matthew uses his gift, he draws closer to death, and other psychics, all of whom gained their powers on the night the comic fell, are dying in the most horrible of ways. To save himself, Matthew gathers a group of psychics to solve the mystery and their powers before it's too mystery of their powers before it's too late. Think of this as a cross between Something is Killing the Children and Gideon Falls, kind of. This was very well written, very interesting. I really dug the cover. I love the purple in the cover. And I cannot wait for the next issue. This is definitely hitting my pull list. I did not grab the incentive cover or the 1 in 10 or whatever it was. I just grabbed the cover A. This was fantastic. I saw this in previews, thought it might be pretty good, and I was not wrong. This is really, really good. If you like Gideon Falls, if you liked, what else did I say? Something's Killing the Children. It's almost kind of seemed like at first it's kind of being delivered like a cross between those two a little bit. And the art was very, very fitting for this story. Not necessarily like my favorite art style, but this seemed to fit the story really, really well. I loved Phantom on the Scan. And if you guys like horror thriller kind of stuff, think Gideon Falls, think A Walk Through Hell, think Something is Killing the Children, you're going to like Phantom on the Scan. Don't leave that sitting at the shop this week if that's kind of your jam, if you really like it. It's a cool story, absolutely. Come on, mama, that sounds like a cool story. It was really good. Parasitic Symbiote, good to see you. How man? Oh man, it's late. Now I feel bad. I passed on that one. If you grab it off a line somewhere, go on to Aftershock Comics, order it. Shipping with them isn't too bad. I've heard good things. Or go back to your LCS tomorrow and grab a copy. It kind of took me off guard. I was like willing to take a chance based on the premise of the story, and actually I liked it quite a bit. Yes, John grabbed that 1 in 10. I saw that on IG. Very cool cover. Sometimes it's just I just want to grab something to read and see how it goes. Picked up Canto, but understanding it's a tie-in between story. That is correct. You are right. It is a tie-in, and I'll get to that next here in just a little bit. Once again, Geek Out, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Marcella, good to see you. Yeah, it was an interesting book, and it was an interesting story. Like I said, if you like Something's Killing Your Children, if you like A Walk Through Hell, or if you like Gideon Falls, you're at least this first issue I enjoyed tremendously, and those kind of comics are right up my alley. Really dug that. Aggressively Relaxing. Thanks for being here, man. What's up? Batman Scooby-Doo 1. Where's the hype? I'm disappointed in this community. And I don't know, man. Batman Scooby-Doo. I didn't even see that. I didn't even get a chance to make it to my LCS today. My lovely wife actually ran out and went to the LCS and picked up our books for us today because I ended up working a double today. So I didn't even get to step foot into anything but work. But I did get to sit down and read 4 or 5 issues before going live tonight. So that's awesome. And my last pickup for the week, obviously, hadn't talked about it yet. It is in the thumbnail. Canto, issue 1, City of Giants. Excellent opening volley to the next leg of Canto's journey. I enjoyed it tremendously. Fun ride. I'm in for everything Canto, all covers, all issues, all printings. So the 1 in 25 I did have available. Super, super cool cover. But I'm awfully sad. The 1 in 10s, all of the 1 in 10s arrived damaged at my LCS. And the 1 in 10 was my favorite cover of the week. That gorgeous dead giant sitting there in the wall with a sword right through his chest, kind of standing guard, and all those excellent purples in there, and the gold. I love gold. You know what I mean? Just sitting there. that was my cover of the week. I was really looking forward to getting that, and the guys at the LCS told me that they all arrived damaged. And I don't know if it's one of those crease issues that could have been pressed out or not. I didn't get to ask them that. All I know is that they were damaged to the point where they were returning the books and hoping for replacements. So I'm really hoping to get that 1 in 10 here soon to round out all 3 covers of Canto this week. Super fun read. I'm digging Canto. I'm reading everything Canto that comes out. And that 1 in 25, I don't know what the print run's going to be like on this, but that 1 in 25 is super cool. And that book was selling for 40 plus on eBay before today. We'll see what happens after. You never know. But let's talk about some of the books that I didn't grab. If you haven't heard about this book, let me know. You Promised Me Darkness was out today from Behemoth Comics. Super cool all black cover there. Negative space kind of looking black with those like crazy looking eyes with that dark hoodie. You Promised Me Darkness. Let's talk about this a little bit. Approximately every 75 years, Halley's Comet orbits around the sun, and every time this happens, people around the world are born with incredible abilities, special auras that grant them with supernatural skills, but those auras can also be cursed. 2 siblings with special auras are constantly running from an evil being known as the Anti-Everything, who feeds from these special auras, getting stronger with each intake. This being is obsessed with these brothers' auras and will not stop until he feasts on them. So let's talk about this a little bit. I think this is a sleeper pick of the week because when I called my LCS and asked for a copy of this, I said, I hope you ordered some. I should have looked for it in previews and should have pre-ordered it with you guys. I didn't, but hey, if you have a copy, please set one aside. It responded with the email from my LCS saying, hey, we got no copies available and they are not able to even reorder it. Not available to reorder. Interesting. Okay, well, let me look into this. I was able to go directly to Behemoth's website and order a couple of copies directly from them, and hopefully they process that and it ships and I get them here because I'm really excited to read the story. I like the premise. I like the fact that it's an all black cover and it's a super cool cover. And I really like the story. I really like the idea. I think this could be a really fun read. Well, they're next to none of them on eBay as of last night. Haven't had a chance to check eBay. Haven't had a chance to look up and find out what's going on there. But the book was almost not available on the secondary market. Now, when you go back to Behemoth Comics, cover A is sold out. Cover B is sold out. Cover C is sold out. There's some copies of cover D available. I think copies of cover E, the incentive variant is sold out. The book went and sold out pretty quickly today. And if my LCS, a large LCS, can't get a reorder on this book, what's going on? Either it's a really good book worth reading or it's extremely underprinted and hard. This could be a combination of a few different things. Could be a sleeper hit. Could be a really, really good story. All black cover. Hard to get in high grade. Hopefully the copies I get actually get shipped and get here without getting damaged. And it's just kind of one of those things that makes you ask a question. Should I grab a couple more copies? I don't know. I'm not much of a spec buyer, but when I find something I'm interested in story-wise and I have a hard time finding it, it really makes me ask a lot more questions. Why am I having such a hard time finding it on New Comic Book Day when it's supposed to be out? From Behemoth Comics, I was able to get a couple of copies this morning, like I said, but you go back to their website, cover A, cover B, cover C, they're sold out. So the book is moving. The book is moving pretty fast. And on eBay, there were next to none available on eBay as of last night. There was like one seller selling a cover A, and then there's a bunch of the other covers. Cover A, why was it so hard to find? It's going to be a tough book to get graded in black. It sounds like a really cool story. Let me hit up this chat again really quick. It's been a minute. I've been rambling. Ooh, come on, Mom. I can't get to your LCS until Friday. That might benefit you a little bit, hearing what other people have to say about what they're excited about. Maybe that might have you throwing a couple extra books on your pile. Maybe it'll have you trimming your pile a little bit. We'll see what happens. The Fantastic Girl, thanks for being here. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Happy New Comic Book Day. John's Comics with Kids still hanging out with us. The great Herminio Reyes Jr. is in the house. Happy New Comic Book Day, everybody. What's up, Big Herm? Good to see you, man. Great show tonight. Absolutely. I will catch that on the replay. Good stuff. Bob World, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. Bob World, if you guys don't know him, check out his channel and check out the video editing that he does. Bob World does great work. Absolutely. So that's all I picked up for this new comic book day. Let me hit a quick recap. It's late. I'm B. I know you guys are B. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. But new comic book day, hump day, gets you through the week. I don't know about you guys, but I was really excited to read some of these. Hope you guys were too. Like I said, Phantom on the Scan. Phantom on the Scan just kind of, I mean, looking through Previews magazine, I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. This was definitely interesting. Definitely a great read. I think the artwork is an extremely good fit for the story. And I think Cullen Bunn is doing an excellent job with the writing on this. I'm adding this to the pull list. And I'm struggling with, I really want to add all covers, all copies, all printings. And I want to see what they're going to do with this. I just don't think that I can add another full run to my pulls right now. There's just a lot going on. This was a great read. I cannot wait for issue 2. If you guys like Something's Killing the Children, if you like A Walk Through Hell, if you like, what was the other one I just said, actually? Gideon Falls. You guys are gonna enjoy this. Fun cover on that. I love the purples. I actually love purple on covers like that. Canto, City of the Giants, issue 1, the 1 in 25. Excellent. Was able to get this. We missed out on the 1 in 10, unfortunately, which was a super cool purple cover, that purple crystal wall with that dead giant just sitting there standing guard with a giant sword stuck through his chest. Super cool. I really hope my LCS is able to get replacements for those. I'm really looking forward to adding that to the collection. Cover A, showing the enormity of the situation that Canto is in, the City of Giants. Very cool. Like I said, fun read. An excellent opening volley to the next leg of Canto's journey. See the pun right there? Legs, get it? Right? Oh boy, it's late. Moving along. Honor and Curse number 10, hitting the reading pile. It's been a fun story. Mad Cave has done a great job with Honor and Curse. It's kind of one of those ones where I go back and forth a little bit about dropping off my pull list or keeping on the pull list. At this point, I don't know where they're going to end up with this, and I don't know if it's going to continue and go on. I don't know if it's just going to end up being a 12-issue miniseries. I got to read this one, see where they're at. I should probably check out their social media and see if they've posted plans for that issue. See if they're going to go with it. But next up, IDW, the Jenica 2, issue 6. Adding the Jenica stuff to the rating pile. Not able to get to it, but it's Turtles. If you're a Turtles fan, you buy everything Turtles and you set it aside and get to it when you can get to it, right? Daredevil issue 29. Most underrated ongoing series out there that is fantastic, fun read. I love what Zdarsky's doing with this. I still do. This was an excellent issue. Don't sleep on Daredevil. Trust me. Don't sleep on Daredevil. Thor 14. I did not expect this to end the way it did. I was kind of shocked. Good read. Venom 34 from last week hit the reading pile so that I can get over to Planet of Symbiotes and I can get over and read. What else was going on that week? I am absent-minded professor right now, but I can read the rest of last week's read with Venom 34 first, Planet of the Symbiotes, and the King in Black number 5. That's what it was. And then the Bounty Hunters 11 with that Sweet Boss cover. I cannot wait to dip into the Bounty Hunters read. The wife upstairs is reading this run and says it's a great run, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's new comic book day. I hope you guys were excited as I was. I didn't even get a chance to step foot in my LCS, and thank you to the wife upstairs who was able to run out and grab. Like, I never give her enough thanks, and I really need to give her a ton of thanks. She literally stopped what she was doing in the middle of the day, ran out there, and was there 2 minutes before they opened, made sure that the pull list was correct, make sure that I am just one of those nitpicky people with the way things are handled. She took care of my process about not touching the spines, not touching the corners, grabbed an extra magazine folio to stick them in for the ride home because I need another one of those anyway for the last Ronin storage. And I don't thank her enough. So thank you, hun, for grabbing all those books. I greatly appreciate it. Next Wednesday, my hope is that I'm able to get to the LCS at a more reasonable time, sit down, read books, and go live at at some point I'll find my ebb and flow on Wednesdays with the work schedule and whatnot, and it won't be so late at night. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Let me hit this chat one more time. It is late. Everybody is tired. We're all winding down. So wind down with a good read, wind down with a good cover, wind down with a good investment book, or search out for more investment books. Like I said, those were the picks of the week. But hey, don't forget, look into this. If you like some of those horror thriller books, look into the You Promised Me Darkness and find out what's going on with that book and why was it so hard to find. Why were major LCSs not able to get this book and not able to reorder this book? I'm not saying go out and spend big bucks on this cover. Find it for cover price. Find it for cover price. Borrow it from a friend or buy it digitally and read it. In fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy it digitally tonight so I can read it, find out what's going on. Because I love that all black cover. I love the idea of the story. See what Behemoth has going on with that. Let's hit up this chat one more time before we call it a night. We still got Zuni hanging out here. Big Herm, little fist bump action. I try to get to my shop after I wake up from my nap after work around 2 p.m. Yeah. I'm hoping to hit up my shop in that 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. time frame before traffic and things get too busy so I can get home and get at least an hour. I like to budget at least an hour of reading. An hour of reading, I can fit in 3 to 4 comic books and feel comfortable about it and feel like I actually absorbed them and don't feel like I just whipped through them really quick like that. An hour to an hour and a half at a minimum. I'd like to do 2 hours. We'll see what happens. We'll find a groove on Wednesday at some point, man. Comic Mag Musings, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It is late. Appreciate your time. Zuni, yes, absolutely, man. John's Comics, hey, Bob, absolutely. Bob is a great guy. Thanks for being here, Bob. Come on, mama. When are you going back on Comigories, Andy? Ooh, that's a good question. We'll find out because Monday nights, Modern Men, we're still looking to get together and do some more reading on Modern Men, but my Monday nights, we'll see what happens there. Comigory is running every other Monday night. Modern Men might have to slip into the opposite Monday night. We'll see what happens. My bearded brother, God Tank, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Catch the rest on replay. I'm just closing out for the night. It's been a long day. It's been a long night. Hope you are as excited about New Comic Book Day as the rest of us. There's some great reads going on there, man. Some great reads. Absolutely. Much love to everybody. Speaking of much love, thank you, Come On Mama. Thank you for being here. And you guys know how we do it, right? Because it's Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Day. Join the ride. Hit those buttons down below. Let's hang out. Let's talk comic books. I'm going to go peace out. Ooh, I'm going to go pinkies out. Catch you on the flip side for the next video. And remember the most important part. All day, every week, all the time. Don't just talk the talk. Let's walk the walk, too. Cue it up, yo.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.